What is up, guys? Gen 1 or J here, and today we are going to be running the second half of these Keldeo battles in the Open Master League. I was able to get him another half level up, so he is just under the 4000 CP mark from the last video. And I am running him with the same team, Dalgo Origin and Ho-Ho, both level 50. Not the best IVs, but it's what I decided to power up. So I did not end up making them to level 50. It's just really hard grinding these mythical candy XLs. I did decide to move on to the next one, which is a Hoopa. So I'll be doing Hoopa videos maybe in about 3 to 4 videos in the future. So first matchup, here we go. Terrible lead here. This Shadow Mewtwo, this Citrus are just tearing apart. But surprisingly, the poison jabs do quite, they do good damage for it being poison jab hits. Here we go. I switch out, and then I was hoping to make a catch here, but he just decided to wait, and then he had no fast move pressure, so he just full sends the Shadow Ball. Look at that damage from a Shadow Mewtwo. That is just insane. Right here, I have to make the roar time, and I do make it. I have to full send it, and whether it hits or I make him commit a shield, it's a win. I go ahead and send in Keldeo again to finish him off. These Sacred Swords they do really well against Dialga and against Palkia too. So this is the best charge fighting attack move. It's the Sacred Sword. I think the ratio is 1.67 or something like that, which is outrageous for a 35 energy move. Right here, I do end up getting. I can't farm them down, and they go ahead and they full send a side strike. I had to commit the shield in order to conserve energy. And right here, I end up farming up. I go ahead and shoot the Sacred Fire, and the opponent decides to farm up, and that was a mistake here. They commit the shield. I think they ended up farming up past the double move, so they send the Brave Bird. I survive it, and then so now I'm sending the Brave Bird, but since they're debuffed 3 stages, they get KO'd, and that was a huge mistake on the opponent there. Go ahead and win that down by farming down the Mewtwo. And the next one is a good lead right here. I have no issues. Poison jabs aren't doing much, but that's fine. I go ahead and I start spamming out these. These Sacred Swords for super effective damage. Look at the damage that did. That's a level 50 Ursaluna too. And right here, I decided to switch out just because typically Ursaluna's ran with high horsepower and Ice Punch, and I could tank both of those with no issues. Here we have an Yveltal. I go ahead and full send the Sacred Fire. And Yveltal's going to be interesting for the next season. I just saw the updates for the move. So he's going to be running Sucker Punch now instead of Snarl. So it's going to have a lot more fast move pressure for Yveltal. I think it got moved up to rank 3 or something like that. Some insane number. I go ahead and knock out the Ursaluna, and then they have a Dawn Wings. Go ahead and send on my Dialga. And I think I try to make a catch here with Dark Pulse, and they read it. Even if it is a Moon, guys, I have no issues. I send in my Keldeo to get sacrificed there. Oh well. But this is where I get walled. These Sacred Fires these Sacred Swords just do no damage. I was able to make them commit the shield, but when I was running battles with my Galarian Zapdos, counters weren't doing any damage, and then I was shooting my close combat, and then it would just do no damage whatsoever. So just Dawn Wings just nerfs any fighting type moves. Moongeist Beam, I go ahead, and my only option here is to farm down, because we both have 1 shield left, and the opponent realizes that, so they decide not to shoot anything, and I do get the farm down and the win. It's a fun match. Here we go. Keldeo versus Gyarados. I think I get walled here as well. Gyarados is such a unorthodox Pokemon. And unfortunately, the Gyarados is running Waterfall, so I have no issue staying in here. My poison jabs are actually doing more damage to it. That is a level 50 Gyarados. So I go ahead and I farm it to the Hydro Pump. I'm not really expecting to do much here, but it turns out the Hydro Pump does do quite a bit of damage against this Gyarados, which is surprising. And I go ahead and I take the Aqua Tail again. I have no issues. And surprisingly, I am able to get the farm down. That's just pretty wild to me. I thought I was going to get walled for sure. I go ahead and I just full send this Sacred Sword. Not much damage, but it got some, some of it down. I go ahead and send in my Dogga. I am worried about the superpower. They go to switch out to an Excadrill. I have not seen this dude in a minute. This guy's just a monster, especially when he's up energy. He is crazy scary. The fact that he has coverage for Ho-Oh is just insane. I have to commit both shields here. I go ahead and just farm them down. They still have both shields left, but it's fine. I have no issues. I'm just going to full send whatever I can. That Excadrill is a... If I was down shields, it would have been a core breaker for sure. And right here, I think I hit something. I might have tried to hit Brave Bird. It didn't register, so something had happened there. I'm not trying to debuff myself, so I go ahead and rethink that and I send the Sacred Fire. And then I try to make the Brave Bird. I do not get it, but then they're on low HP and I go ahead and I get the farm down with Dialga. Oh no, wait, they ended up making a superpower. This is what I was scared of. They farmed all the way up, they made a superpower, and it just wasn't enough. And we get the W, which is good. So unfortunately, I was not able to level up my Keldeo all the way to level 50. It's just extremely difficult to grind these, Candy XLs for these mythicals. I was probably averaging about maybe 12 to 16 rare Candy XLs a week for these guys. So, if you start from scratch, it takes about 4 to 5 months to level 51 to level 58 mythical. So I decided to give up. The new meta I'm interested in is I am going to do some Hoopa Unbound. Just because the Astonish got a crazy buff, so I'm going to be running Hoopa with Astonish and Shadow Ball and Dark Pulse. So I'm excited for those matches. And he gets up to crazy CP. I think mine's like a 93 with the 15 attack, so he gets up to like 45, 30 or something like that. Something insane. And then he does win CMP against Mewtwo and Necrozma and those. And then Mudshot got nerfed too, so these landers, I never got to build one. I wanted to, but I missed the boat, so we'll see on the next one. It's just landers is a core breaker for me, just the fact that it does have access to Stone Edge. And then Kyogre is actually pretty scary here if he's up. It's not doing much damage, but it's just he's such a tank. And then he's able to spam out these serves a little bit faster than I am. I go ahead and send the Roar of Time. And do I survive this or not? I don't think yeah, I do. And I go ahead and just full send the Roar of Time to get it out of here. Because I have Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh is... There you go, I got the farm down on that one. So currently the Keldeo is going to stay at maybe level 48. Maybe when I have time in the future, I'll go ahead and level 50 it. I don't think he's going to be released again. Oh, here we go. Very good matchup. Very comfortable here. Again, against this Hisuian Avalugg. And right here, I have no issues tanking whatever Avalugg has to throw at me. It's Icy Wind, no issues at all. And it's also, I believe, Rock Slide. Again, no issues at all. They send out the Necrozma. I go ahead and I do the Sacred Sword, and it does hit for neutral. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap out into the hole, and I think I'm able to wall or just tank both of them. So I think he realizes Sunsteel Strike isn't gonna do much, so he full sends the Dark Pulse. I go ahead and get the farm down, and then he's doing Avalugg. I go ahead and send the Sacred Fire, which is gonna hit for neutral, and they decide to commit the shield for some reason. I go ahead and send another one, and again it's gonna hit for neutral, and I believe they decide to commit the second shield, which is just pretty wild. I don't know why you would want to protect your Avalugg, you know, so much. But I'm able to survive. I can't make a last incinerate, and I go ahead and send my Keldeo. And look at this. This Keldeo just gonna go in there and just KO him with the Sacred Sword. It hits for ×4 effective damage, and I still have both shields, which is pretty nuts. I go ahead and full send the Sacred Sword again, and again he does extremely well against Dialga and Palkia. And he hits for neutral the Necrozma, and then he walls Necrozma's Dark Pulse, which is pretty wild. So even the you know, he does, I think he wins a matchup against Dust main. Right here we get the farm down, and then I exit with both shields and my Dialga. My Dialga didn't even see the battlefield. And here's the last match, very comfortable. I'm not really sure why people end up using the regular Dialga versus the Dialga Origin. I know the attack stat is higher, but the Origin is just so much bulkier. And then, you know, I just don't understand. The Origin has a better moveset with Roar of Time. Unless he sends a Thunder here. No, Iron Head. See, I get baited, which sucks. Because I think I double resist it. But look at that. They decide to knock him with the shield, and I am able to just send on my hole. They end up making. Do I commit the shield? Yes, I do. Draco Meteor. And then I get the farm down. I just know a bunch of those Dialgos have been running Thunder, so that's kind of the you know, the one you anticipate. If they, I guess you got to count the moves, and they'll decide to throw on Thunder. If I was running my Keldeo, you know. So that's it. Right here, I go ahead and just send the Brave Bird. They block it. I'm debuffed, unfortunately. I probably should have farmed up more. And then they send their Brave Bird. So that takes me out. And I go ahead and I send in my Dialga. They send in their Giratina Origin. I am able to take a Shadow Ball with no issue. They get stabbed with it, that's fine. I go ahead and I send the Iron Head just because I think that's enough. And I want to have energy just for in case I need to send out another one. Look at that, it's took him out. So all right, and I go ahead and I try to make the catch, and I don't. So I go ahead and just send the Sacred Sword, and it's gonna hit for not very effective, but the Ho-Oh is forced to shoot energy here. They try to get the farm down and they couldn't. I go ahead and make another one. This is just how spammy Keldeo is. It's really good. So actually now in the future season with the nerf of counter, you might see more Keldeo now. So who knows? I was hoping Poison Jab would get a buff, but Poison Sting got it. Unfortunately, Keldeo does not have access to Poison Sting. So he needs a better move, maybe, you know, double kick or something like that. But as far as the Poison Sting goes, Poison Sting is able to kind of keep the fairies at bay. But yeah, watch out for the next videos. I'm going to be doing some Moltres, some Galarian Moltres videos. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.